Hello, fellow crafters and paper artisans. It's Chandra with Stockton Stuff. I am here to share my Mikaboo 32's coffee and donut themed birthday swap. And I know you see the date, but the date was extended, and so I'm going to get it in on time early a little bit. And so it was her birthday in April, and so she did a swap. And so we had to do a layered memory decks, a fun fold card, a mini pocket letter, and 2 shakers, and then optional banner. And so I don't know, I did the most, just because, I had coffee and donut stuff, so I might as well have used it, right? So I did make one for Mika, and actually I don't know why I felt like I needed to make boxes in 3s, but I did 3 banner boxes. Let's see if I can get my camera doing something better. All right, so I made 3 banner boxes so that I could get all my stuff in it. I think that's why I did that. So when I first cut let me show you this. I first cut the one from my swap partner, and the box part is a little shorter than I wanted it to be. So I redesigned it, and I cut Mika's, but I didn't redo this one because, hey, I already cut it, and my coffee paper is, high commodity. I'm not going to recut for sizing. So I just kind of stuffed it all in there and made it work. So I'm going to show you Mika's first, but let me just show you what I did with this. So I used, and I should have brought it to the table, what paper I used, because now I can't remember. That's a cut apart. That's one of the ephemera that was with it. And so I pull colors from the paper. So this one is backed in yellow. And so I had yellow ribbon. And then this one's same thing, ephemera from the collection. Added red ribbon because I backed it in red. This color, of course, is too hard to find. So, and I'm trying not to buy anything. Today I said, I should go to Michael's and see if I can find the ribbon. And I said, no, I'm not. So I just did brown because my box is actually brown. And then I use cut aparts, the cut apart, like those strip sheets in there, and backs of other papers that are on here to do the sides, and then I'm sorry, I'm out of screen, the sides and to decorate the front. So I was able to use a strip of these coffee cups and then different papers from the collection that I already had cut. Okay, so Mika's I did in this blue, which I think is in the same collection, this blue and white, and I did royal blue, and then this is a Stampin' Up! Die, if I'm not mistaken, Stampin' Die. It's just the coffee cups, and so I did all 3 the same on that. And then one of these has her name on it. Well, kind of her name. And then I just did some stamping from stamps in my collection that I don't really get to use a lot because I don't do coffee swaps a lot. As I noticed, I looked at my YouTube page, there's like every 2 years somebody's doing a coffee swap. So I was able to go back and see what are some things that I made, what are some things that I got. All right, so her first box, and they're both packaged differently again because of the size. So I did line this one, and this is my pocket letter. And I just cut this tag coffee time. I didn't back it or anything. I just left it open. And then I had made a dangle. And I made this dangle when I was doing the ones for Mystery Swap because I figured, well, I already got my tools and my beads out. Let me go ahead and get them all done. So I had some little donuts that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby on sale. And so that is one of the things I bought, but I was out of town, so let's call that a travel expense. So I bought those little donut charms, and then the rest are all from my stash. And then I had to go into my mom's stash, and she was able to get me some like these brown beads and the gold pieces, which I thought would be fine for coffee. So I just wrapped it in ribbon because I just wanted to be able to use that coffee time tag. I don't know why. Anyway, so here's my pocket letter. I didn't do a ton of embellishment. Did a coffee cup, and it's one of those little banner. I bought it on Amazon. I thought it was going to be like the Kirsten ones that are smaller that you can make I wanted to do like a whole banner across, but it didn't work out. So I did the snip on my punch board so that I could just run the twine through. I do like the die. It's just bigger than I wanted it to be. And then I cut my word latte at the bottom. Tried to keep the color scheme of that paper. And then I had this coffee bean paper. And this is also one of those dies in that new set I got from Amazon. That's the old kind of coffee maker, Mr. Coffee carafe. And then I just put the word coffee there. And I think this is a doodlebug paper with the coffee beans. And then I had... I used one of the cut aparts from this collection. The spoon is in the set. This is one of those Kirsten Andrews, whatever her name is. I'll put it in there. This is one of the dies from her little mini die set, that die banner set. And then I added the sprinkles. And so I gifted some brads, some coffee brads. I gifted some paper clips, a coffee cup, and then this swirly. I thought that would serve like a donut. And I gifted some a shaker mix. And this is a combination of, I have this little shaker die, so it's got coffee cups in there, and I used brown and bronzy sequins, and then I was in a coffee swap, like I said, and I used the shaker bits that she gave me, and I just dumped them all together and came up with a new mix. So that's the first box, and I'll put it all back together before I send it. And then the second one, I had some donut SVGs, so I did some donuts, and some have sprinkles and some don't. I bought this sprinkle shaker mix that I wanted to use for my for this particular project, because the SVG has the little cut out sprinkles, but if you watch my channel, I don't really like to fool around with those small bits, so it was easy for me to put some glue on there and throw some of that sprinkle on and keep it moving. And then I had, and my Joann's was going out of business. I think I got these at Joann's. I might have got them at Hobby Lobby. And they had these cute little coffee cup stamps. I guess it'd be coffee or tea, but I love the flowers, just kind of springy, and it is a spring swap. So this whole box is extra goodies. And then this is my Memorydex card, and it has a belly band, and I did coffee and the heart coffee bean. I have a heart coffee bean die, and then I layered it with glitter and the paper, and there's a cut apart behind there that I cut apart even more. I fussy cut, and then I had Sip Sip Hooray, and then on the back I printed my information on craft paper, kind of look like coffee and cream. And so I didn't do a lot of layering because the card closes, and so I wanted to be able to make that happen. And then I feel like I am missing something in Mika's. Did I open that one? Oh, I didn't open this one. Okay, and then, or I did open it, but I didn't take everything out. So then I included some coffee candy and the chocolate frosted donut Kit Kat, because I heard Tamika say on her channel that she loves chocolate frosted donuts. So let me go back to this one, and I'll put that in there. And so one of my shakers, this is Miss Mandy Boba Tea, but I didn't put the boba. I used just the ice cubes. I cut a few extras and used the ice cubes. And what I love about this is you can pull this part out, and then I just stamped the back. Or I added this so I could stamp the back. Added a white piece and stamped the back. So it's kind of like a card and a shaker all in one. So I just thought that was super cute. And then my other shaker is also a card. It is a donut shaker card, and I use my shaker mix that I was telling you about. So you might see some coffee beans in there and some cups. So and then I use donut paper from one of those Joann's pads from last year, and then left it blank so she could use it. So those are my 2 shakers. All right, and they don't really fit either, so this box gets kind of wonky, but you know. So I was also doing the bowl swap for in another swap group. And so, which I think Tamika's in as well. And I was going through all the bowls in my stash, and I had this coffee this coffee bean bowl. So I had to make it, even though bowls were not part of this. So I did 2, and I used a combination of glitter and then heavy cardstock, and I did my coffee beans in a lighter brown glitter there. So I thought they came out super cute. I didn't even really package them. I just kind of threw them in here. And then this is my Funfold card. So it is, and I will link, it is an SVG that I got. I think I might have had it already in my file. And then I stamped hope your day is full of perks, and this popped up so that it you know, it's an easel card. So I love that it has the spoon and the smoke or the steam and everything. Now I didn't use dimensional, well, I used dimensional paper, and so it ends up upside down there. And I was going to recut it, and I just decided I wasn't going to worry about it because it's cute just standing on its own. I also did I did do coffee and donut birthday swap on the inside, so that, you know, just kind of for the memory. Maybe I should have put the year on it. So that's that. And then I used a 3x3 card that I was gifted by Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss, because she was my last coffee swap partner a couple of years ago. And so this is actually her work, and I just thought it was so cute. I still had it in the box, and I just put hope you enjoy your swap and my name. Just to share the card. You know, you do these swaps, and then it's like, what do you do with the stuff? And so I decided I was gonna start trying to use the stuff, because I'm storing, it's like my little storage place where I keep all my swap stuff is really it is full. And so the only stuff I ever take apart is the Halloween and Christmas stuff. Other than that, if it's just a random swap in between, I just put it in that box. So that's what I've got, and I will be again posting more videos, and we'll show you what else I got wrapping up this week. Have a great day.